Yeah, we're going to start with the 2024 Wooden Award odds because this is a tweet from Brendan Marks with The Athletic. He shared this yesterday that BetOnline AG, I don't know if they released their odds or if they just became public or if he just happened to notice them, but I want to talk about this list. And we have Zach Edey. I don't know. Did y'all happen to see this list by chance?
No,
I did. I did.
I'm
You want me to
Googling
go
it.
over
Googling it.
You want me to go over it for you, Greg?
Yeah, just give it a rundown real quick.
Yeah, it's Zach Edey's plus 175, Hunter Dickinson 7-1, Kyle Filipowski 7-1, Armando Bacot 16-1, Max Asmus 22-1. Don't laugh. Donovan Clingan 25-1, Umar Ballo 25-1, Tyler Kolek 25-1, Caleb Love 33-1, Isaiah Collier 33-1, RJ Davis 40-1. And I'll add that Tyson Walker is also 40-1.
Wow.
All I gotta say, I got real quick things to say about this. First of all, I know you all seen that picture of like the army people, and then like there's that one clown, like five people back in it, and just that one guy doesn't belong. I want to know who slipped Caleb Love into this list. That's insane. And to be honest with you, I did not know that this list was that bad, to be honest with you. Like, if you want to know why sometimes we call college basketball a cooked product, like, come on now. Tyler Kolek, Umar Ballo. Like, what are we doing here? My favorite odds on that list, to be honest with you, might be Donovan Clingan.
That's exactly what I was going to go with.
Maybe even RJ Davis, to be honest with you. But some of the other ones on there are disgusting.
Clingan as the same odds as Tyler Kolek, and Umar Ballo is insane to me and lower than Max Asmus. Like, I know Max Asmus had his moments, but like, I mean, was that Texas team last year like conducive to one guard who's putting up numbers? He's making a big jump to the Big 12 too. Like, the fact that he's higher than Clingan, who, I mean, you have the archetype to go on with what Sonogo did last year. That was kind of the most egregious thing to me.
So, man, I have a lot of thoughts. First of all, I'm starting to think cooked is too kind of an adjective to use to describe college basketball. I'm starting to think this is like if you bought some fruit and just stuck it in your fridge and then like 3 months later opened it up. That's what this sport is to me right now. It's not cooked. It's just like spoiled rotten. Everybody on that list is not a National Player of the Year candidate, except for 1.5 names. You just spoke to the half one. But I want to speak more to the ethos of this. Okay. The first 3 names on that list that aren't Zach Edey are big men who have been purported to be first team All-American big men for 2 straight seasons each and haven't been. Okay. How many times are we going to fall for this? Like, Hunter Dickinson is not the National Player of the Year. Armando Bacot is not the National Player of the Year. I'm sorry. They're good college basketball players. There is a 0% chance world where either of those guys is the National Player of the Year this season. Sorry, Riley. It's true. Here's why. Because another name last season you could have put in the mix with those guys was Trayce Jackson-Davis. Trayce Jackson-Davis made the leap that these two still need to make, where he went from really good to like, oh my God, he's incredible. And he still wasn't even in consideration next to what Zach Edey was last year for National Player of the Year. There is no world where any of those big men on this list are better players than a healthy Zach Edey. Now, the one half guy who could maybe he's something that good is Donovan Clingan, because we don't know. We haven't seen it happen. And we saw him look awesome in 10 minutes a game, 10, 15 minutes a game. What does he look like in 35 minutes? If UConn's incredible, top 5 team, and he's the face of it, then yeah, sure, maybe there's a world where he is literally Zach Edey, but a little more fluid on the perimeter. I don't know. I wouldn't bet on it. I think you said plus 175 for Zach Edey?
Yep.
That's the steal of the century, is it not, Cart? Like, we're getting plus money on Zach Edey?
That is crazy. But I do want to say, last thing on this, you say that Hunter Dickinson might be a bad bet. As much as it pains me to say this, I do see a world. No, I'm serious. I see a world where Kansas is like one of the best teams in the country, and Hunter Dickinson has the best stats on Kansas, and they give him Player of the Year. Like that, there's a world where that happens.
No, there's not.
That's my exact argument too. Although I will say, like, because I was thinking that, Kansas, I think, will be one of the, 3 to 5 best teams in the country. But there hasn't been a Kansas big man to win National Player of the Year. I guess Udoka Azubuike. I know he was like the last big man to put up huge numbers there. But even on that team, it was like, is it Azubuike's team or is it Devon Dotson? Like, who's the best player on that team? I will say on this Kansas team, there's no really clear-cut guard who I think could sort of take any of that Hunter Dickinson shine, unless you're a big Nick Timberlake guy.
DeJuan Harris. DeJuan Harris.
Yeah, but DeJuan Harris is going to average like 7 points and 6 assists.
He might be better than that. I mean, he might be like an 8 assist game guy, 10 points guy, which obviously isn't great. But like, I made this argument to Goodman. I did the Kansas offseason grade video the other day. If Kansas is serious about being the best team in the country, Hunter Dickinson can't be their best player. Like, this goes back to what I said to you, Cart, 3 years ago. A team that Hunter Dickinson is the heart of, the best player of, the leader of, is doomed. It is what it is. If he's the second best player, he just needs to come up and be talented, then great. And maybe that works next to DeJuan Harris. Maybe DeJuan Harris has a leap and he's this awesome leader, one of the best point guards in the country. Might happen. But like, there is no world. I'm sorry. There is no world where Hunter Dickinson, as Hunter Dickinson, is the National Player of the Year, guys. Like, he might be the most talented player in the country. That's very fair. But he's not disciplined at all. Like, he's going to have nights where he just totally doesn't show up, or he's in costume instead of in uniform, or like Carter could win every podcasting award on earth if he wanted to, but he's going to sleep through an alarm and show up 40 minutes late. That's Hunter Dickinson. Like, let's not pretend he can win National Player of the Year. Can't happen.
All right, you got to come on Monday's show.
Are the shots at me going to end after this episode? They're going to keep going. It's got to go for at least another week, right?
I think you got to earn it back. Like, I don't know if you got to earn it back in 5 minutes or in 5 days. We'll see. All right. Anything else on National Player of the Year? Okay, if you had to place one bet each, if we had one bet we're individually allowed to place, I'm hammering Zach Edey plus 175. What are you guys betting?
Tyson Walker.
I'd take that Klingon bet at 25-1.
Okay. Crazy. I might have to open a book. I'll gladly take that action from you too. That's insane. Okay, moving on, Riley. What do we got for number 2?